Spring is here, so it's time to see which golfer is going to slip on that green jacket while we put $100,000 in our pocket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. Golf is back on the NBC Sports Predictor app, and thanks to them, we can win $100,000. That's right, $100,000. It's not the normally $50,000 prize. It's $100,000 if you can correctly predict the Masters tournament. They give you a bunch of head-to-head matchups. You've got to correctly predict them, and then you've got to give them a golfer and give them a winning score as well. If nobody can do it, they'll still give away a guaranteed $1,000 prize to the group people that can get the most right. When I give you guys research, or when I give you guys my research here for this, there was no Masters on the 2020 PGA calendar year, even though the tournament was played in 2020. They consider it being played in 2001 calendar year. So if I say the golfer's recent score at Masters in 2021, it was on the calendar year for PGA 2021, but it was played late in 2020. Confusing as hell, I know it. Why'd the PGA just not count it 2020? I have no idea. We're getting two Masters this year, essentially. And that being said, also, as we know, leading up to the majors, a lot of the big boys skipped last week's tournament in Texas, so we don't have that to go off of. So the more recent form dates back to previously before this weekend in Texas. Anyways, that being said, let's jump on into it, see how we're going to claim this $100,000 prize. The first matchup they give us here is Dustin Johnson versus Bryson. Look, for DJ in March, he's had a tied for 48th and a tied for 28th. That was at the match play. And again, when I mention match play, that'll also be a little bit confusing because the recent match play tournament, or the recent WGC tournament was match play. So the where they finished is a little bit odd there. We're really just looking for who competed better recently in that WGC event. Of course, DJ, he's the defending champion here. His last 5 years at Augusta, listen to this. First, second, 10th, 4th, 6th. My man has been absolutely outstanding here at Augusta. Meanwhile, for Bryson, he's just too up and down for me to even consider beating Dustin Johnson when he's the number one golfer in the world. I mean, look at that. The last 5 tournaments for DJ here at Augusta, they've all been in the top 10. 3 of them have been in the top 5. Yeah, go ahead and give me Dustin Johnson, the way more better golfer and the better consistent golfer. For the next one, we got Jordan Spieth versus Rory McIlroy. For Spieth, he was the winner last week in Texas and tied for 9th at the WGC match play event before that. His last 3 years here at Augusta were for 46th, 21st, and 3rd. For Rory McIlroy, he skipped Texas last week. He finished 28th at that WGC event. He was cut at the Players' Championship. His last 3 years at Augusta was 5th, 21st, 5th. So I guess maybe he's due for not quite as good. Go ahead and give me Jordan Spieth. He's heating up. He won in Texas last week. He's playing good at the right time. That's what you need to do leading up to a major. For the next one, we're going to go with Justin Thomas versus Jon Rahm. For Thomas, he's first at the Players' Championship, and he was tied for 42nd at WGC. His last 3 tournaments here at Augusta were all in the top 20. He had a 4th, a 12th, and a 17th, and they progressively got better, with 4th being the most recent finish. For Rahm, he's had a tied for 5th and tied for 9th in his last 2 tournaments, and he at Augusta has had all of his last 3 in the top 10, going 7, 9, and 4th, so really good. For Rahm, it really comes down to maybe the question mark of he just had a baby last week. So where is he going to be at mentally? I mean, somebody for myself that, just became a father a little over a year ago, I think it would be brutally tough to leave your child, within a week of it being born and going to go play competitively in a tournament. That being said, he is a professional, so I don't know. Just want to let you guys know he did have that going into it. You read into that however you want. I'm going to go ahead and say Justin Thomas, though. Look, he was first at that Players, and again, his last 4 were, last 3 here were all in the top 20. I know Rahm had him on the top 10, but yeah, just a little uncertainty there with the whole baby situation. So go ahead and give me Justin Thomas. For the next pairing, we've got Mickelson versus Bubba Watson. For Mickelson, he was cut last week at Texas. He obviously the once winner here at Augusta has really struggled recently, going 55th, 18th, and 36th in his last 3. For Bubba Watson, tied for 9th at the WGC, cut at the Players, and he skipped playing Texas. He also is a former winner here at Augusta. He's been playing better lately. 57th, 12th, and 5th are his last 3 here at Augusta. Go ahead and give me Bubba Watson. I think he's got more in his golf bag in this current, who they are today as current players. Bubba Watson has a little bit more in his golf bag, so give me him. For the next one, it's Alexander Schauffele versus Patrick Cantlay. For Schauffele, tied for 18th at that WGC cut at the Players. Here at Augusta, he's got a career finishes of 17th and 2nd and 50. For Cantlay, tied for 18th at the WGC, he as well was cut at the Players. He at Augusta, his last three have gone 17th, 9th, and cut. I'm going to go ahead and say Alexander Schauffele here for this one. Look, two golfers with relatively the same current form, but Schauffele has better numbers at Augusta, so go ahead and give me Schauffele. For the next pairing, it's Collin Morikawa versus Tony Finau. For Morikawa, is tied for 56th at the WGC, tied for 41st at the Players. His only appearance here at Augusta was 2021. Really 2020, whatever you want to call it. He finished 44th. And Finau, he was cut last week at Texas, tied for 28th at the WGC, and he was cut at the Players. His last three here at Augusta finished 38th, 5th, and 10th. Go ahead and give me Collin Morikawa. For Finau, he just seems too shaky right now with his form. I mean, he was cut. He performed decently at the match play, but match play is different than tournament play, and then he was cut at the Player. So two up and down for me. Give me Collin Morikawa. For the next pairing, it's Viktor Hovland versus Daniel Berger. For Hovland, tied for 42nd at the WGC, cut at the Players. His only appearance here at the Masters was in 2019, where he finished 32nd. For Berger, tied for 18th at the WGC, tied for 9th at the Players. No Masters appearance since 2018, where he finished 32nd in that tournament. Go ahead and give me Daniel Berger. I think he's more consistent right now in how they're playing, and we've picked Daniel Berger in this game on previous tournaments, and Daniel Berger's been treating us well. So, yeah, go ahead and give me Daniel Berger. For the next pairing, it's Lee Westwood versus Tyrrell Hatton. For Westwood, he's cooled off since his back-to-back second-place finishes. He's had cut and tied for 18th. At Augusta, tied for 38th there in 2021. Otherwise, he hasn't played here since 2017. For Hatton, it's tied for 56th at the WGC, cut at the Players, cut at Augusta in 2021, and 56th at 2019. Give me Tyrrell Hatton. I cannot trust Lee Westwood. And if you've been watching me on my daily sports betting show, we made money recently fading Lee Westwood. So let's do it again. Let's fade Westwood and have Tyrrell Hatton have the better tournament. For the next matchup, it's Scottie Scheffler versus Matthew Fitzpatrick. For Scheffler, tied for 52nd at Texas last weekend, second place at that WGC, and his only master appearance in 2021, he finished 19th place. For Fitzpatrick, tied for 18th at the WGC, tied for 9th at the Players, and him at Augusta, the last three, has gone 46, 21, and 38. I'm going to go ahead and say Matthew Fitzpatrick. This one was tough, actually, which was really tough. But for me, Fitzpatrick is a little bit better, and Scheffler has shined recently, but he only really shined in match play, and match play is just completely different than tournament play. So at tournament play, his last result was tied for 54th. So I think his recent finish there at second at WGC is a little bit of an anomaly. I think Fitzpatrick's the better golfer, so go ahead and give me him. And then the last pairing here is going to be Sergio Garcia versus Patrick Reed. Garcia recently had tied for 5th and tied for 9th his last two events. After winning in 2017, he's gone cut at the Masters, and he skipped in 2021. For Patrick Reed, tied for 28th at that WGC, tied for 22nd at the Players. His last three at Augusta, he's gone 10, 36, and he was also a winner here at Augusta. Go ahead and give me Patrick Reed. I think he can get it done up over Sergio Garcia. And now what we got to do is got to give you a winner. I'm going to go ahead and say Justin Thomas is going to be the winner. Look, he won the Players' Championship a couple weeks back. He's got good numbers here at the Masters. Again, I told you the last three have all finished in the top 20, and he's gotten better. 17th, 12th, 4th. Now he's going to go ahead and slip on that green jacket. It's going to be Justin Thomas, and he's going to do it at minus 11. Minus 11 is what Justin Thomas is going to do it. Okay, guys, there it is. There's our chance to win $100,000 at this weekend's Masters Tournament. As always, go ahead and hit that like button, and I hope I've been of help to you, and good luck on your picks, and I'll see you on the next contest. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.